Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel. Today we're going to be making spice bread with a maple butter. Okay, what you're going to need for the recipe today is 1/4 cup butter softened, 3/4 of a cup of sugar, 2 eggs, a half a teaspoon of vanilla, 1 cup of all-purpose flour, and 1/2 cup of whole wheat flour. I don't have any whole wheat flour today, so I'm just going to use 1½ cups of all-purpose flour. Okay, then you're going to need 2 teaspoons of baking powder, a half a teaspoon of cinnamon, a half a teaspoon of nutmeg, a 1/4 teaspoon of ground allspice, and you're going to need a half a teaspoon of salt. You're going to need 1/3 cup of milk, and then for the butter you're going to need 1/4 cup, or excuse me, pardon me, 1/2 cup of butter softened at room temperature, 3 tablespoons of real maple syrup, and a half a teaspoon of ground cinnamon. Okay, let's get to this. So the first thing you're going to want to do is cream your butter and your margarine. Excuse me. You're going to want to cream your butter and your sugar. You want to start that on low. And excuse me, I'm going to go ahead and get this cream a little bit more, and then I will be back. Once you have your butter and sugar creamed, you're going to want to add in your eggs one at a time. Well, and sometimes we make mistakes and we add them in both at one time. So we're just going to keep going. You can't take the egg out of there once it's in the bowl. But you're supposed to add them one at a time. Now you're going to want to beat this until everything is thoroughly incorporated. And yeah, don't do what I just did. Make sure, maybe put them in 2 separate little cups, that you only add in 1 egg at a time. But in the end, I really think that this spice loaf is going to be delicious, one way or the other. Okay, the next thing you're going to want to do, after you get those thoroughly incorporated, speed that up a little bit. And your mixture's getting nice and creamy. Okay, now we're going to want to go ahead and add in our vanilla. Beat that until it's nice and creamy. Okay. I will be right back. Now we're done with that part. We're going to want to go ahead and bring this bowl into the equator. We're going to want to put our 1 cup of white flour. And this would normally be 1/2 cup of whole wheat flour, but it is also a half cup of all-purpose white flour. And we're going to want to add our baking soda and our spices and my handy dandy old as dirt sifter. Let's go ahead and sift all these ingredients together so that I have a nice light fluffy product. And then give them a good whisk so that everything is thoroughly incorporated together, thoroughly mixed together. And then we're going to want to turn this cream mixture back on, excuse me. And we're going to want to pour this in a little at a time. Oh, it already smells so wonderful. I hope you're all having a wonderful day. Okay, now we're just going to want to, excuse me, we're going to want to go ahead and get this nice and all incorporated together. Making sure that that flour is all mixed in with our other ingredients. Okay, if you haven't already, go ahead and preheat your oven to 350 degrees. Next, we're going to want to add in the milk. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and finish mixing this and I will be right back. Next thing we want to do is we want to oil our loaf pan. And I use Baker's Joy. It's an oil and flour mix. Be sure to get the sides. Okay. Now we are going to want to go ahead and pour our batter into our loaf pan. Okay, I'll be right back. To the loaf pan, bread pan, you're going to want to go ahead and smooth it out. Make sure that it's level everywhere so that it's not high on one end and low on the other. Just go ahead, just like this. Get it nice and smoothed out. Okay, I hope you're all having a wonderful day. I'm really, really excited to be here with you today, sharing this recipe with you. This makes a wonderful breakfast bread, if you will. I really love it warm out of the oven with the maple butter that we're going to make for it. Okay, now we're going to want to pop this into the oven at 350 degrees. For 40 to 45 minutes. Okay? We're You're going to want to cook it at 350 degrees for 40 to 45 minutes. So I will be right back when I take this out of the oven and put it on a cooling rack. Now, the way to check it is to take a toothpick close to the center, not right in the center, but close to the center, and if that toothpick comes out clean, your loaf is done. If it comes out still sticky, then it needs to cook for a little bit longer. Okay, I will be back. Okay everybody, while our bread or our loaf is baking, our spice loaf, I went ahead and softened this up just a little bit more. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to pour in my 3 tablespoons of pure maple syrup. And you can use any syrup of your choice. I only use pure maple syrup, so that's what I use in the recipe. But you could use something else if there is something you prefer. Okay, and I'm going to add in my cinnamon. Now, this is going to be, once our loaf is out of the oven and it's cooling, and then it's cool enough to slice, this will be the butter that we're going to spread onto the spice loaf. It's not an icing. It's absolutely a butter, and it'll be used like butter. So sometimes I make a honey butter to go with this, and on another day I will show you that when I make the spice loaf again. But today we are making maple butter to go with our spice loaf. Once you get everything thoroughly incorporated, you're going to want to pop this into the refrigerator and let it go ahead and set up just a little bit. You don't need to let it come all the way firm, but just let it set up a little bit more. Because at this point it's a little bit too liquidy, in my opinion, to be a nice spread with a loaf. I really am excited to be here today and to share this quick and easy recipe with you. It's fall, and I know everybody's making some pumpkin things. I'm not a huge fan of pumpkin, so fall for me means everything spicy. Spice loaf, spice muffins, spice cake. So that is why today we are making spice loaf with maple butter. Alright everybody, I will be back when we take the loaf out of the oven. I'll be back. And so my oven, just like, it has a mind of its own. So I like to check everything. It's at a little off center about 10 minutes before the recipe says it's done, and that came out clean. So my bread is done. My spice loaf is done. Okay, we're going to let that cool for just a little bit. Then this bread, we're going to go ahead and let this cool for a few minutes, because this bread, this loaf, this spice loaf is particularly good when it's still warm and fresh out of the oven. So we're going to give it a few minutes to cool off, and then we will have some spice loaf and some maple butter. Okay everybody, be right back. Hey everybody, we have our beautiful maple butter, and we have our beautiful spice loaf. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to cut a piece and give it a try. I'm doing that from the wrong angle for me. comforting. I'm going to take this little tiny slice right here. Spread some of this nice maple butter on it. Oh my goodness, my mouth is absolutely watering like crazy. It smells so good. Okay guys, it's beautiful golden brown. Okay, I can't wait any longer. Oh my goodness. That is so good. That is wonderful. It tastes absolutely heavenly. Okay everybody, if you like my video, please give me a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. Hit that little blue bell so that every time I upload one of these wonderful videos, you'll get notified. Okay everybody, this is my beautiful spice loaf with the beautiful maple butter. Okay everybody, thanks so much for watching. Brightest blessings.